Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm just gonna hop right into the tutorial. I'm just gonna go ahead and put my LA Pro concealer in the shade Warm Honey over my eyelids, blending it out with a beauty blender, and then setting it with my banana powder to make them matte and to cover any veins or darkness. I'm gonna use my Hangin' in Hawaii palette by BH Cosmetics today for this look. So first thing I'm gonna do is put a pinkish shade, or not pink, orangish shade into my crease all around, and just blending that out just to set the base of this look. And blending when you're doing your eyeshadow is key, so make sure you take your time with this and really create a good foundation for the rest of the look. Now, right on top of that orange color, I'm going to go ahead with a bright pink from that same palette and just make the look a little bit brighter, and blending that out with the orange as well, just so that it has a deeper color to it. So now that that's all blended out, I'm going to go ahead with that same Warm Honey shade from LA Pro, and I'm going to put it on a concealer brush and carefully put a kind of rectangular shape in the middle of my eye, and making it a little bit longer at the top. This doesn't have to be perfect because we are going to blend the sides, but just make sure that it doesn't go too far into the crease or not far enough. Next, I'm taking my Tarte Pineapple palette, and I'm taking the same brush and putting a golden shade right on top of the concealer. And as I said earlier, I'm taking the brush with the eyeshadow product still in it and just blending it out around the sides of where I put the concealer and the eyeshadow, just to make it a little softer and not as sharp. And I'm repeating the same step to the next eye. So now for the face, I'm going to be using my Juvia's Place foundation, which is extremely good. I highly recommend it. It has super full coverage, and you can really play around with it, put as little or as much as you want to get the type of coverage that you're looking for. So I'm just placing that all over my face, and I'm taking a flat foundation brush to spread it all over my face evenly. Then after that, I'm going to be wetting my beauty blender, and I usually either wet it with water or a facial spray or setting spray. So today I believe I used Mario Badescu mist to just spray that on the beauty blender and wet it so that it's easier to blend the foundation and it looks a bit more natural. So after that, I just spend a lot of time blending in the foundation so that it matches into my hairline, my neck, everything, so that I don't have any harsh lines. So here I'm just showing you guys the foundation that I used, and then I'm taking the same LA Pro concealer in the shade Warm Honey and placing that in a triangle shape, an upside down triangle shape under my eyes. And I put a straight line down my nose and a little bit on my chin. And this is just to brighten up my face. Just put some more emphasis on the areas that the light would naturally hit my face to add some more dimension into my makeup, so it's not so flat. And if your under eyes are darker, it can help that as well. And I'm taking the tip of my beauty blender to go ahead and blend that into my skin. Now I'm taking my banana powder, also from BH Cosmetics, putting some on a flat surface and dipping the tip of my beauty blender into it so that I can place it under my eyes, basically just the same places that I just highlighted, and I'm gonna go ahead and bake. I'm taking some of the leftover powder and putting it on a fluffy e.l.f. brush and just placing that all over my face just to set the rest of my makeup. I usually do this if I have some left over still on the whatever surface that I placed it on, but it's not completely necessary since I'm going to go ahead and use some bronzer. So the bronzer that I'm going to be using today is a NYX matte bronzer. I believe in the darkest shade or second to darkest shade, and I'm going to be placing that by my cheekbones, forehead, under my chin, and my nose. Once I finish bronzing, I'm going to go ahead and take that same fluffy e.l.f. brush and just dust the powder that I baked with away. Now, with the concentrated eyeshadow brush, I'm taking the same pink shade that I used on my eyelids and fanning it under my lash line. And I'm going to take the blush from the same Pineapple Tart palette and just placing that over my cheeks, on the tip of my nose, a little bit on my forehead. I've just put it everywhere just to make me look a little bit more alive. And somewhere in the process, I did put some glue on my lashes already. I just get my lashes from my local beauty supply store, and I usually just put the glue on once I'm baking or beforehand, just so that later on I'll be able to, they'll be dry enough to place on my eyelashes. And I'm not using any tool to apply them with because I am just used to wearing falsies by now. So I'm just plopping them on with my fingers, and afterwards I'm going to use some mascara to blend them in a little bit once they dry. And also from the same pineapple palette from Tarte, I'm just going to be using the highlighter on there and just placing that above my cheekbones, and then on my nose I do a little exclamation mark, and then I put a little bit on my cupid's bow as well. And I'm not using a brush because my highlighter brush was dirty with like eyeshadow, because like a palette fell. It's a long story, but just make sure that if you're using your fingers, you blend it in well. So we are just about done here. I'm gonna go ahead and set my face with some spray, and I'm just using I think this was a NYX matte spray, but currently I am using the Mario Badescu facial mist. I kind of switched out between the two, and then I'm gonna go ahead and use my Fenty gloss in the original golden color, and that's pretty much it for the final look. I thank you guys so much for watching and sticking around. Please like and subscribe, and tell me what kind of looks you would like to see from me in the future. I do like to play around with makeup a lot, so I will definitely have a lot of fun recreating looks that you guys want to see and tutorials and stuff like that. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye.